Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel for episode 12 in the Pro Audio Deal or Disaster series, where we look at online listings, mostly on Facebook Marketplace, for sound systems and other pro audio gear. And we talk about the gear, the prices, the deals, and the real fun is when you contribute your stories and memories from when you got to use some of this stuff in the past. So let's get into it. I can't believe we're up to episode 12 already, and thanks to everyone who's contributed and participated so far. So first up, we're looking at this system listed quite a while back now, 41 weeks ago. I can't believe we haven't seen this one before. And this is up in Rochester, New York. And this is a Yorkville Elite system. Yorkville from top to bottom, really, other than the mixing boards, maybe. Let's see. This is a listing for a complete PA system. Comes with 16 VTC EL210 tops, 2 fly bars, 8 Yorkville Elite LS2104 21-inch subwoofers, 8 Yorkville Elite E152B, bi-amped wedges. I'm really not familiar with this Yorkville stuff, so if you've got any time mixing on this stuff, let us know what it compares to out there in the world that we might be a little more familiar with. 4 VTC DLM S4080 processors. We can see those in the racks there. 4 Yorkville AP4040, 8 AP4020, and 8 AP2020, and 4 AP6040 amps. So a whole selection of every type of amp in that line there of the Yorkville AP series. It also includes 3 ART SP 4x4 power conditioners, a CBI 56-channel hardwired split with a 150-foot front of house tail and a 50-foot ISO monitor split, and a pallet load of speaker cable. All right. This system has spent its life in an install. All drivers have been checked, are in good shape. The consoles and amps have also been cleaned and checked as well. The system can be purchased with 2 Yamaha PM5D RHs, those are the recallable head amps, in road cases from their rental inventory for $50,000, or with 2 Yamaha M7 CL48s that were with the system, and that would run you $42,500. And for an additional cost, they've got 8 more of the VTC EL210 tops and 2 more fly bars and some amps that you can buy to do outfills or just to add to the system in general. So turnkey system from top to bottom. It looks like everything down to the cables and cases for their vintage Yamaha consoles. You know, I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts of like what you think this system's actually worth. Because again, with the Yorkville stuff, I'm not at all sure. Nowadays, you see people practically giving away M7s and PM5s, although all the PM5Ds that I see go super cheap, they're never the RH model, it seems. So there may still be some value yet in the PM5D RHs that people are hanging on to them because they're worth hanging on to compared to the non-recallable ones. But yeah, overall, clean looking system. And, you know, I'm sure if you were making a serious offer, they would probably entertain it. But they've got some what seem like realistic numbers, at least in mind. So a realistic negotiation point to start from. But yeah, let me know what you think of the system and the price, as always. Up next, we've got another listing that was sent in by one of you. This is a viewer-submitted listing of their own system that they are selling in the New Jersey area, central New Jersey. And I can't thank you all enough. If you've got a listing that you find, or if, like this person, you're looking to sell some gear, info@DcSoundOp.com. Send it over to me. As much extra information as you can provide is awesome, but thanks to everyone who has sent over listings already. We've got a JBL SRX system here, and this one, you're going to have to let me know what you think of the price and the condition on these. Admittedly, in the listing is a little bit rough. We've got a used SRX 800 system for sale in central New Jersey, local pickup only. This system's also on eBay, and I'll leave the links down below, but you can see it either on Craigslist or eBay. And this is for 4 SRX 812P. Those are the powered 812s. 3 SRX 812 passives with no amps included. 2 of the JBL SRX 818 active subs. Those are those fellas there. You get the original bag covers for all the speakers, plus 3 AC and XLR snakes. I think we've got those here. And he's also including 1 gator case and 1 plastic gator case as well. Although it says here that the amplifiers for the speakers are not included, so I'm assuming these cases are just empty then. So discounting the cases and the extra few accessories, that's 9 speakers total, right? 4 of these, 3 A12s, and 2 subs. And if we're looking at those 9 speakers for $8,500, we're looking at what, roughly $950, a little less than $950 a box. And including the bags, and I'll give them that. The JBL bags are expensive, but these speakers are in kind of rough shape. It looks like they just need a good cleaning more than anything. Like, this is just a lot of dust that hasn't been cleaned. Let's see. This is a rock-solid pro rig that can power most medium-sized venues with ease. It's amazing for clubs, weddings, and small concert use. The system is in great, fully functioning condition. However, there is noticeable cosmetic damage. Okay, there we go. On almost all the speaker cabinets, and the grills are decently worn out, with some of them coming off slightly. Let's have a look at the pictures for those. So we've got some dinged up fronts here. That's all pretty easy to repair. Ooh, that's a big chunk. That's going to be a little more work to repair. And then we can see how all the grills are kind of bashed in, like they've been set on top of stuff or transported, resting on their grills. Yeah, these are in rough shape. Every one of them's kind of creased in the same spot, right? He goes on to say, this is an ideal purchase for someone who can give it a bit of cosmetic TLC and refurbish it to better cosmetic condition. Functionally, the speakers are in excellent condition and sound amazing. I'm negotiable on the price. If you are looking to take it all, hit me up with an offer. So yeah, discounting the empty cases and the few cables that are thrown in, $950 a pop for these, or close to it, that's a big ask with the amount of work that needs to be done. I've pulled up some comparables here, and here's the eBay listing again. You can see, I think it's all the same pictures on the eBay listing. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we're missing a screw. That grill has come loose. That screw hole's probably just got nothing to grip onto anymore. Looks like we're missing a knob. That's not the end of the world, but we do have some missing knobs, and looks like maybe a pressed-in screen there. So the powered speakers aren't flawless either. But yeah, so a used 812 passive looks to be $755. Now, there's no bag on this, but this is a clean speaker. These are in good, clean condition. There's one for, is that a powered one for $650? Sure looks like it. Yep, okay. So that's pretty cheap to see a powered one for $650. I'm not sure about that website, but yeah, so a passive SRX 812 you can grab on Reverb for $750. $750 Musician's Friend used, so $750 is the used sale price right now, roughly what the market is listing them for. I don't even know if they're selling for this much. Let's see, actually. Because if that's the asking price, that's with free shipping. So for a pickup only, it's okay. This one's got a couple of nicks and scratches, but this is a typical, like, this is what they should look like in used condition, right? So you can order that on Reverb, free shipping with a 30-day return policy for only $755. So yeah, he's a couple $100 above that in way worse condition. The powered ones here, again, Guitar Center has them used in good condition for $1,099. Reverb has them a little higher than that, so I think he might be closer to being fair on the powered price, because it looks like used, those might be demanding pretty good money if they're in good shape. But yeah, I still have a hard time spending $1,000 on a speaker that's in such rough condition. And then the subs used. So yeah, he's under the price on the used subs. Here's Is this an SRX 818? Yeah, so there we go. It's $800 for one on eBay. That seems a little more realistic, right? Guitar Center's got them for $1,200, so he might be on the mark for the subs, but again, not in such rough condition. Like, you know, if you haven't ever cleaned out this amount of dust that's stuck in these grills, I would have to assume there's a fair amount of dust either in the cabinets or also in the voice coils, in the speakers. For what the guy's asking for these, I think you could take a vacuum to them at least, but maybe he has done that and just hasn't been successful. But yeah, I mean, this one looks like it's certainly seen some moisture, some water damage. I would highly question the quality of the speakers and the components in these speakers, with just considering the amount of dust. The dust itself is the bigger issue. I can give a pass on busted wood and chipped paint. You know, that's some regular maintenance that's a little bit harder to do, and not everybody gets around to it all the time. But if these speakers have gone this long without even being cleaned, that's a major red flag to me. You know, I've bought used gear, and I've used plenty of gear that's been repaired and had, you know, lived a tough life in production environments, and gear can take a certain amount of beating and repairs, but when you just let it get dirty and don't do the cleaning, that worries me, because this is like, you know, a few minutes after each gig with a vacuum cleaner, and then every so often pull the grills off and, you know, wipe these things down properly. And it certainly doesn't look like that's been done with these speakers in a long time, if ever. And I'm assuming the bags are going to be just as dusty as well. So let me know your thoughts on this system. I'll leave the links below. If you have any interest, you can reach out to the owner and work out a deal. This might be a good deal for somebody, like they say, that's willing to do the work. If you can negotiate a fair price for both of you, I think the seller is open to offers, like they said in their listing. So I don't want anybody to think I'm condemning them for, you know, trying to, you know, rip anybody off. They're clearly open to offers. And if you're interested in this stuff, I would make one aggressively, personally. This is a good system if you're interested in the SRX stuff. Just needs to be gone through from top to bottom. So let me know what you think. Looking forward to your comments on this one.